My bad. If you if you are watching, I would definitely say that the materials that you ship your glass products in probably need to be more secure. Maybe putting it in bubble wrap. I don't know, maybe putting it in a styrofoam. The styrofoam chips that they sell, I mean, they sell the shit on Amazon. Buy some from there. But you can put it in the styrofoam. Like something to absorb the shock of some asshole throwing it on the ground or kicking the shit out of it, not liking me or my house. Don't like black people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But I would definitely say that the way you ship your products probably needs to be revamped. But in all fairness, it is a good product, for at least the one that I got, and it wasn't broken. It is a good product. It works, fully functional. All the pieces came with it, so I won't knock you for that. But the shipping materials you guys need to work on that. Like seriously, because if I wasn't smart enough to know to go on YouTube for advice on stuff like this, I was like, is that a glare? Do I have something in my nose? Because that would be embarrassing. Oh, no, let's go glare. Back to what I was saying. If I wasn't smart enough to go on YouTube and figure out how to fix this problem that you sent me, or the post office gave me, that'll probably be the better way to say it, so I'm not putting you completely at fault. Then I'd have been pissed. I'd have been mad. I'd have been blowing your website up. I would have definitely threw your name out there on this YouTube video that I'm composing. But since I'm not that typical asshole, I won't do it. But yeah, definitely if you guys ever have a busted hookah vase or have a problem, I won't say that, I mean, because I thought about using a different vase, and I was even looking at replacement parts online prior to going to YouTube to figure out what I could do to make this work. I did have a couple of ideas. I am pretty handy at fixing things, as you can see, because online they were using liquor bottles. I'm using a wine decanter. So those things are cheap. You can pick them up in the 99-cent store. I think I got, this one I got from my mom, but I did have another one. I have one for myself that I have my my whiskey in. Got it from Walmart, and I think it cost me $5. So I would say overall I spent, well, since I did spend $5 on this one that I'm using, I still $30, $39, $40 with tax, 40, 42, something, whatever. And I have a fully functional hookah. I would say if you have any problems or any questions on it, or if you want to know anything that I've used, like I said, I just used a pair of scissors to cut the grommet down and make sure that it would fit inside the glass fitting, because as you know, at the top it's wide enough for it to go into, but once it starts to go down, the hole starts to get slender. So you have to be a little creative on how you can do that. I mean, I could have easily replaced the grommet, the rubber grommet, with maybe like some tape, and just taped it slender around the beginning portion of the top of the, the part that needs to go in the hole, a slender amount, and then doubled the amount going up to fit the bottle. But since I didn't want to do that, I wanted to use the original pieces. I just cut it down a little bit, and actually cut one ridge completely off all the way around, and I cut it down into kind of like a V shape, so it would just simply go into the glass, and it fit, and it worked. As you can see, I gave you a demonstration. It works. I taste the tobacco, so I don't have a problem with that. So at least you know that what I did actually worked. I wish I would have took a video of me finding the bottle and figuring out all this stuff as I went along, but after I, started using it and testing it and making sure that it was working, I decided, let me go on YouTube, let me make a video, let me show everyone that just because you break the bottle of it does not mean that you have to necessarily run out and go and buy another, a brand new one full when you have the top part. That's still functional. You just need the bottom. That's, though it's very important to have it. However, as you can see, there's things to remedy that. So, ask me questions. Let me know. I wanted to make sure that I showed everybody, at least that I saw online, that people were able to do it. I know people were using soda bottles, actually like plastic bottles I saw, and some were using like the Grey Goose bottles. That would have been slick. But I don't have a Grey Goose bottle. And I don't want to go out to the store to buy a Grey Goose bottle to use for a hookah bottle. See what I'm saying? So, if you have any questions, anything, let me know. Post a comment or send me a private IM, something. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Don't let the beard and the angry eyebrows fool you. I will respond. I'm a pretty decent person. I'm actually pretty nice, as you can tell so far. So again, hookah for the functional is actually, since it's been quite some time, I've mashed down the charcoal there, and it's actually not hot anymore. So now I can actually put this thing away. The quick light lasted, and I just used one. It lasted for like maybe, and I want to say going on an hour, maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit after an hour, but it worked. So $10, 100 pieces, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. And I thought I was going to have to use more than one piece of charcoal to light that thing. One piece. I put the lighter to it. It was a quick light, so I put the lighter to the charcoal for a couple seconds. It started sparking. Just, and the best way to do it is don't try to get your lighter and rub it across the top and try to get it all nice and warm. Just put it in one central spot. Let it warm up and it'll start to spark. Once it starts sparking, turn off your lighter, back away from it. It starts spreading all across the surface of the charcoal. It starts to get really hot. I would definitely say don't do this indoors, especially if you have, I have an alarm. It's hooked up to an alarm company. So it has a fire sensor. So if you have one of those, do not do it in the house. Don't do it in the house. Don't do it. Because that shit will set your alarm off, and that will be a bill from the fire company or the fire department. Don't do it. Because it will produce some smoke. I'll say it that way. Bam. It will produce some smoke, and of course the carbon monoxide coming off of it. And if it's that type of sensor that I have in my house and it detects that kind of thing, it will send a message to the fire department. So, do it outdoors. At least heat it up and wait for it to stop crackling and crackling and sparking. And once it gets nice and heated and the top layer of it starts to turn white, or that grayish color, of course, just go ahead and you can bring it back inside and set it on top. Once you start your hookah, you want to, of course, have your shisha already in the bowl, cover with the foil, poke holes in it in the desired pattern that you wanted, set the charcoal on top of it, and let it heat up a little bit. You actually should hear the shisha crackling underneath the foil. Once you do that, my best recommendation, at least it worked for me, is that I took the tongs that came with it and I pressed the charcoal down a little bit as I started to inhale from the pipe. And the more I did it, the larger my smoke clouds became. Of course, because it's cooking it. And you want to get that heat in there as much as possible. Also, I learned, on the foil part, when you put the foil on top of the bowl, do not put the shiny side up top. Okay, because you know it has that matte side and that shiny side. The matte side should be on top where the charcoal sits on top. The shiny side should sit inside of the bowl because the heat is radiating on top of the foil, and the shiny side is actually bouncing the heat towards the shisha. Black person smart. So, do it that way. Like I said, if you have any questions, this video is way too long. So, questions, let me know, hit me up. And I'll also have other shorter videos of my decorations, what I plan on doing for the party, how everything gets set up. I'm actually planning on building like light posts and stuff like that. I bought hanging lanterns that just hang from poles. So I did that off eBay too. It cost me 20 bucks. So, and they're pretty decent size. I got 4 of them. And I want to say that they're about 17 inches long. So, I'm in about, let's say the measurements, if I have to give a rough guess, let's say 17 by 7. So 17 long, 7 across as far as width. So I'll show you videos of that. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because this has been the longest video ever. So I'm going to stop. As you can tell, I like talking. So I'm going to go tune in for some more videos. Hopefully you guys will watch this one. If it's too long, I apologize. Hit me up. I'll give you a short message and tell you what I'll give you the cliff notes of it. Okay? So other than that, peace out. Thanks for watching, and I'll hit you up later. All right.